Welcome to another Replay Guy Hooray channel, otherwise known as the ARG channel. We are back for the History Maker Baseball 73 vs. 98 anniversary set tournament. And tonight we are featuring Game 1 of the 1973 Phillies versus the 1998 Phillies. The 73 Phillies under Danny Ozark were 71 and 91, while the 98 Phillies were managed by Terry Francona, and they were 75 and 87. So this appears to be a toss-up series. No clear-cut favorite. Um, both teams will be sunny and harmony, and there were no pregame issues for either team. We're playing in Veterans Stadium, artificial turf, and it plays semi-small from the right side of the plate and the left side of the plate. So we could see some home runs here in this series. The umpires for tonight's game, home plate from the '98 season, will be Paul Schreiber. He is semi-questionable. At first base from the 1973 season, Billy Williams. He is semi-respected. Second base will be Jerry Meals. He is respected, semi-lenient. And at third base from the '73 season, John Kibler. He is semi-respected. For the '73 Phillies, here is the starting lineup. Larry Bower is at shortstop, and he is a designated cold batter. Unser is the designated hot batter, playing center field, batting second. Mike Schmidt is at third base, batting third. Greg Lazinski, left field, cleanup. Hutton at first base, batting fifth. Montanez in right field, batting sixth. Bob Boone, the catcher, batting seventh. And Denny Doyle at second base, batting eighth. And the DH is Anderson. On the mound, it will be lefty Steve Carlton. His qualities are flash, semi-control, and he is an icon pitcher. Carlton had a 13 and 20 record with a 3.90 earned run average in 1973. For the '98 Phillies, leading off, Jerry Glanville. He is playing center field, and he's a designated hot batter. He'll be followed by Jeffries in left field, Scott Rowland at third base, Lieberthal, the catcher, batting cleanup, Rico Brogna at first base, batting fifth, batting sixth, Abreu in right field, and he's a designated cold batter. Lewis at second base, Relaford batting eighth at shortstop, and the DH is Arias. On the mound will be Curt Schilling, the right-hander. He is a semi-star. He is going to be DB. He's Flash, but he will be DB Flash as long as he is fresh. So it's the first time playing History Maker Baseball that I've seen that quality. So as he is fresh for the first 5 innings, when he rolls Flash, it'll be double Flash, which is really key. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts that way. And he is a control pitcher. So, interesting matchup. It's going to be Steve Carlton against Curt Schilling here in Game 1. Schilling was 15 and 14 with a 3.25 earned run average in 1998. So we are about to get this game underway. And here we go. First roll of the night, Larry Boa. And it is a 2.35. Schilling is not wild. Is Boa eager? He is semi-eager. The decided eye says yes. Is Boa a strike? A whiffer? He is not. So that is going to remain a base hit. So the cold batter leads off with a base hit. Larry Boa singles off of Schilling. And that will bring up Unser, who is the designated hot batter. And Schilling rules a 2-3-3. Is he an ace or star? He's a semi star. The decided eye says he is a star, and that is going to be a ground out to short. So the fielder's choice over to second, and Unser will be on first with one out. That brings up Mike Schmidt against Schilling, and that is a 2-5-6. Schilling is not a struggler. Is Schmidt a champion or patient batter? He's semi patient. The decided die says he is, and that is going to be a walk for Mike Schmidt. So runners on first and second, and one out. Greg Luzinski, the bull, coming up. That is a 2-5-6. Is he champion or patient? He is not, and we're going to have infield drama. And that's a 1-3. Is the third baseman iron? No, Scott Rowland is gold. And that is going to be a routine ground out. And that is going to be a 5-4-3 double play. And that is going to end the inning. The threat is over. And we go to the bottom of the first. The 98 Phillies. Steve Carlton on the mound is going to face Jerry Glanville. And it's a 1-6-6. Is Glanville a whiffer? He is not, and that is going to be a ground out to third base for out number one. And we will go to the player experience chart for Jeffrey's at bat. And that is a 2-2. Is it a prospect pitcher? No, Carlton is an icon. And that is going to be a little pop up back to the pitcher's mound for out number two. That'll bring up Scott Rowland. A 5-6-6. He's not wild. Does Roland have a good eye? He does not, and that is going to be strikeout number one for Carlton. In a 1-2-3 inning, we go to the second inning. No score. For Hutton, who is leading off here in the second inning, we're going to go to the baseball now chart. And that is a 2-6. Is it a hot pitcher? That would be not true at this point. And that is going to be a base hit to right field for Hutton. And it's the second hit for the 73 Phillies. And the second time in two innings that they've got the leadoff man on. That will bring up Willie Martinez against Schilling. That is a 1-3-5. We are going to the ballpark quality chart. Remember, this is an artificial turf stadium, and it plays semi-small and semi-small. And the roll is 1-1. It is a grass ballpark. It is not. Otherwise, it's an AstroTurf single into center field. An active runner turns it into a triple, and Montanez is not. So it is just going to be a base hit to center field. And the first two men have reached on singles. It's the third hit off of Schilling here. And that is going to bring up Bob Boone with no outs. A 3-6-6. Is he a pinch hitter? No, that's going to be a fly out to center field. One out. Denny Doyle coming up. That's a 2-3-6. Is he DB control or dynamic? He is neither one of those. Is the pitcher batting? No, and that's going to be a walk. And Schilling has the bases loaded here with one out. He had two men on in the first inning, so Schilling is not sharp here in the first two innings. So with one out, the bases are loaded. Chance for the 73 Phillies to score first. We have a 2-4-5. Is Anderson a hero batter? Anderson is not, and we have a pop out to second. That's going to be an infield fly. Two down, and you go to the top of the order for Boa, who singled his first time up, and we are going to the player experience chart for his at bat. It's a 3-6. Is it a prospect pitcher? No. And that is going to be a fly out to left field. And Schilling gets out of the jam. Bases loaded and one out. He gets out of it. And we have no score after an inning and a half of baseball. We go to the bottom of the second. And leading off will be Mike Lieberthal, the catcher. A 5-5-6. Is Carlton an ace? No. Is Lieberthal a sad sack? No. And that is going to be a double to right field. Mike Lieberthal gets the first hit of the ball game for the 98 Phillies. And with no outs, there's a runner on second base. Up comes Rico Brogna. And that is a 2-4-5. Is he a hero? He is not. And he is going to pop up to second base for the first out. And the next batter, Bobby Abreu, the designated cold batter, will be going to the player experience chart. And that is a 6-6. There's the pitch. It's a drive to deep center field. We are going to the fence chart. Abreu is a semi-champion, semi-slugger, semi-patient, semi-whiffer. So in this case, he's going to be a semi-slugger. Let's see if he gets the roll. He needs the decider die. He didn't get it, so he will go to the other column, and it's going to be a 6, and it is still going to be a home run for Bobby Abreu. Takes it deep to center field, and it is 2-0. The 98 Phillies lead. Steve Carlton gives up a two-run homer here. And that will now bring up Lewis with one out. And that's a 2-5-6. Is he a champion or patient batter? He is neither one of that. He's going to be infield drama. And it's a 2-5. Is the second baseman iron? He is not. And it's going to be a bouncer to second for out number two. Two down. Desi Relaford, the number 8 batter, coming up. Nobody on. And that is a 4-4-6. Carlton is not a star pitcher. Is Relaford a sad sack, utility, or patient? He is neither one of those. And that's going to be a single to right field. So another base hit. Third hit of the inning. Off of Carlton. With two outs, a runner on first. The number 9 hitter, Arias, coming up. And a 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He is fresh. He's going to line out to second. That is going to end the inning, but the 98 Phillies grab a 2-0 lead on the Bobby Abreu two-run homer. Top of the third. Unser coming up. 0 for 1. He had a fielder's choice. He is a designated hot batter. And that is a 1-1-2. Is Schilling flash? He is. So in this case, he is going to go to DB flash, so he is going to strike out Unser unless Unser has a good eye. He does not. And then he's going to strike out Schmidt, who does not have a good eye. So the double flash comes in. Schilling, two strikeouts. And that will bring up Luzinski, who grounded out into a 5-4-3 double play. And as a 1-2-3, is he both flash and fresh? He is. It's a strikeout. So Kurt Schilling strikes the side out in the third inning. So after struggling in the first two, comes out in the third and strikes out the side. Top of the third, Doug Glanville leading off, designated hot batter. He is 0 for 1. And it's a 1-3-3 against Carlton. Is Glanville a slugger? He is not, and that'll be a fly out to left field. 1 out. Had he been a slugger, it would have been a home run. That brings up Jeffrey, who hit a little weak pop fly ball right back to Carlton. And it's a 2-2-4. Pitching at home, no. Is he a slugger? Jeffries is not a slugger, and he's going to single to right field. So a base hit for Jeffries. And for Scott Rowland, we're going to go to the Baseball Now chart. He struck out his first time up. And that's a 2-4. Is it a hot batter? No, he is not a hot batter, and he is going to fly out to left. 2 down and a runner at first. And that brings up Lieberthal, who doubled in the second and scored on a Braves home run. And that is a 1-3-5. We are going to the umpire chart. With a runner on first. And it's a 5-6. Is it a strict umpire at home? No, it is not. And the umpire missed the tip, and it's going to be a strikeout. Lieberthal is going to strike out. And at the end of 3, 2-0, 98 Phillies. Top of the fourth, Hutton leading off. He singled in the second inning. 2-2-4, pitching at home. Yes, Hutton is going to bounce out too short. 1 out. Montanez coming up. He also singled in the second when the 73 Phillies had the bases loaded and 1 out and could not score. That's a 1-5-5. Is he a home run king? Montanez is not, and he will fly out to center. 2 down. Schilling looks like he's back in a groove now. And Boone comes up 0 for 1. A 2-4-4. He is not an ace. Is Boone a champion? No, he's going to ground out to short. Another 1-2-3 inning. And we go to the bottom of the fourth. 2-0. 98 Phillies lead. Here in the bottom of the fourth, against Carlton, it's going to be Rico Brogner leading off. A 1-1-6. Is he fresh? He is fresh. A strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Carlton. 1 out. Bobby Abreu coming up. He had a 2-run homer in the second. And we have a 1-3-4. Gold catcher. No. Is Abreu a champion? He's a semi-champion. The decided eye says yes. And he's going to line a base hit to left field. And Abreu now 2 for 2 in this game. I'll bring up Lewis. And that's a 1-3-6. He is not an ace pitcher. Is Lewis a whiffer or cold? Let's see. He's a semi-whiffer. The decided eye says yes, he is, and that is another strikeout for Carlton. Second of the inning, fourth of the game. Two down. Jesse Relaford coming up. He singled back in the second. And it's a 1-2-4. Is he a control pitcher? He's semi-control. Didn't get the decided eye. Is Relaford an eager batter? He is semi-eager. Did not get it. So that's going to be a walk. So with two outs, we have runners on first and second. And the number 9 hitter, DH Arias, coming up. He lined out to second base. His first time up. 345. Do we have an iron catcher? No. Does Arias have a good eye? He does not, and he is going to strike out. So Carlton strikes out the side in the fourth, despite giving up a hit and a walk. No run score. At the end of four, the 98 Phillies lead 2-0. Top of the fifth. It'll be Doyle, Anderson, and then Boa. 8-9-1 batters. And that's a 3-5-6. Is Doyle a right-handed batter? No, he's a lefty, so the same is not going to apply. Utility or sad sack. He is neither one of those. And that is going to be a base hit down the first baseline for Denny Doyle. So Doyle has walked and singled tonight on base 2 times. So with no outs, Anderson comes up. And it's a 2-3-6. DB control or dynamic? No. Is the pitcher batting? No. And we have a walk. So the first two men are on base here against Schilling. And that brings up Boa, who is 1 for 2. He's the designated cold batter. A 4-5-6. Is he patient? Is Boa patient? He is not. He is going to fly out to center field for out number 1. And for Unser, who is a designated hot batter, we will go to the team chemistry chart. And it's a 2-3. Is a pitching team harmony? They are. And that is going to be a strikeout. Unser strikes out for the second time. And there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Mike Schmidt. He is walked and he is struck out. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Let's put that on the scoreboard there. First and second. 2 outs. A 3:45. Do we have an iron catcher? We do not. Does Schmidt have a good eye? He does not, and he is going to strike out for the second time, and that is going to end the inning. Schilling in a little bit of trouble, but gets out of it with 2 strikeouts. Schilling now with 5 strikeouts on the night. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 2-0, 98 Phillies. It'll be the leadoff batter, Jerry Glanville, who is 0 for 2, and Doug Glanville, Jerry Glanville. What am I thinking? Doug Glanville, and he's a designated hot batter. That's a 2-3-4. Is he a hot batter? He is a hot batter. He's a designated hot batter. We're going to go to the fence chart for Glanville, and he's a semi-scrapper. So let's see if he's going to get that column. If he doesn't, he'll be in the other column. Dropping dice all over the place. Try that again. No. but it's going to go to the other column. And believe it or not, the only way you're going to hit a home run is get a six. And just like that, Jerry, Jerry, Doug Glanville leads off the fifth with a home run to center field. And the score is now 3-0. 98 Phillies. Carlton giving up two home runs tonight. Jeffrey's coming up. He is 1 for 2. 5-5-6. He's not an ace. Is Jeffrey's a sad sack? He is not, and that is going to be a double to right field. His second hit of the game. And Steve Carlton getting knocked around here in the fifth inning. No outs, and a runner on second base. Scott Rowland coming up. He is 0 for 2. And there's a 2-3-3. Is an ace or star pitcher? No. Is Scott Rowland a slugger? He is a slugger. Boom. Deep fly ball to left field, and that ball is out of here. Scott Rowland with a 2-run homer. That is the third home run given up by Carlton. Second in this inning. And it is now 5-0. Now Carlton is a semi-struggler because three men have reached base. We'll bring up Lieberthal. A 5-5-6. He is not an eight. Is Lieberthal sad sack? No. And that is going to be a double to left field. So we've had two doubles and two home runs in this inning. Carlton is getting knocked around, and that is going to be it. Carlton does not get out of the fifth. He's going to get credited with 4 innings pitched, 3 runs in the fifth, and he's responsible for Lieberthal, who was on second base. And the 73 Phillies will go to the bullpen. And it's going to be, bullpen is not very good. It is going to be Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace is another lefty. He is a semi-star, and he is semi-flash, and he is a prospect pitcher. We'll see if those qualities come into play. No outs. Runner on second. Rico Brogner coming up. A 1-4-4. Is he flash? He's semi-flash. He got the decided eye. It's going to be a strikeout, but we're going to have to check the umpire, and is he questionable or lenient? Um, we got to re-roll the decided eye because we used it. Or did we? Let's see. 1-4-4. No, we didn't use it. So the decided eye is uh, true. It's going to make him a questionable umpire. And that is going to be ball 4. It's going to be a walk. The 73 Phillies did not like that call. They felt it was a strike. So still no outs here. Bobby Abreu, designated cold batter, promptly hit a 2-run homer and a single. And that is a 1-3-5. We are going to the umpire shot with the runners on first and second. And that's a 3-4. Do we have a questionable umpire at second base? We do not. And that is going to be, the runner at second is going to be safe, and the batter is going to be out. So the runners are going to move up with 1 out. It'll be runners on second and third. That will bring up Lewis, who is 0 for 2. And that's a 2-3-6. DB control or dynamic. He is not. Pitcher is not batting, and that is going to be a walk. So the bases are now loaded with one out. 3 runs already in. Desi Relaford been on base twice. He walked and singled. And it's a 1-1-2. Is he flash? He's semi-flash. He did not get the decided eye. Is Relaford a sad sack? He is not, and we're going to check with the scorer chart. And let's see what happens here. We roll one die for this. Roll 6. It's an error either charged to the first base or third base. Decided eye comes up. It'll be the first baseman. And it is. It's an E3. Lieberthal is going to score. Bases are going to be still loaded. Another run in, and it is now 6-0. Still just one out. And the ninth batter to come to the plate, Arias comes up. And it's a 1-1-3. Is he an ace or dynamic? He is not. Is Arias a slugger? He is not. And he is going to single to center field unless he's a sad sack, a home run king. He is neither one of those. That's a base hit. Brogner trots home. And the bases remain loaded. 5th run in here in the inning. And still only one out. And now Mike Wallace is a semi-struggler. His 3 batters in a row have reached. We're going to the top of the order. Glanville started this inning off with a home run. Here's the designated hot batter. And pitch. And it's a 1-1-4. Is he a fresh pitcher? He's a semi-struggler, so he's not fresh. Sad sack or patient for Glanville. He is not, and that is going to be a single to right field. Lewis is going to come in, and the bases are still loaded. Huge inning here, a 6-run inning. I believe this ties the tournament record for most runs in an inning with 6. And that is going to be it for Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace pitched a third of an inning because now he would be a full struggler, and that's going to be it for him. And they are going to bring in Nick Ruthven, who is a starter. He's a number 4 or 5 starter. They're going to bring him in. He is flash and semi-wild, and he is a prospect pitcher, and he's pitching from the right-hand side. So the 11th batter is coming up in this inning. Jeffries, 2 for 3. He's had a double in this inning. A 2-3-5. Is he wild? Ruthven is semi-wild. Did not get the decided eye. Is Jeffries eager? He is semi-eager. He did not get that, and that's going to be a ground out to second unless he is patient. He is not. And they are going to get the out at second. That's going to be 4-6 for out number 2. Relaford is going to score. And Jeffries is on with a fielder's choice. So another run in. That's 7 runs here in the inning. And we have runners on first and third and 2 outs. And Scott Rowland comes up. He homered in this inning. 2-run homer. A 1-4-6. Is he flash? Ruthven is flash. It's a strikeout. Roland does not have a good eye. So that is going to put an end to the inning. They sent 12 men to the plate. 7 scored. And at the end of 5, it is 9-0, 98 Phillies. An ugly, ugly inning there for the 73 Phillies. 7 runs is the most runs in an inning in this tournament. So Schilling will go out to the 5th inning, or 6th inning, I believe. Yes, top of the 6th, with a 9-0 lead. A 1-2-5. He is not a struggler. Is Luzinski patient? He is not, and he is going to ground out to third for out number 1. Hutton up, 1 for 2. A 1-2-5. He's not a struggler. Is he patient? He is not, and that is going to be a ground out to third. So rolling busy in this inning on defense. Makes the 2 plays, and there are 2 outs. Montanez coming up. He is 1 for 2. And a 4-4-6. He's a star pitcher. He's a semi-star. And I decided I says yes, and that's going to be a ground out to second. And that is going to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The score is 9-0. 98 Phillies lead. Dick Ruthven coming out for his 2nd inning of relief. He is facing Lieberthal, who's 2 for 3 with 2 doubles and scored 2 runs. A 1-4-5. He is not a struggler. That's going to be a ground out to third base. 1 out. All right. Going to bring up Rico Brogna, who was 0 for 2, a walk and a run scored. A 4-5-6. Is he patient? I don't believe Brogna was patient in his day. No. He flies out to center field. 2 down. And that will bring up Abreu, who is 2 for 3. He has a 2-run homer. 2-3-4. Nobody is on base. Nope. Is he a hot batter? Not in this case. He will pop up to third base to end the inning. And at the end of 6, score remains 9-0. Top of the 7th. Schilling is pitching a shutout, so he is still fresh, using my house rules. And it's a 1-2-6. Is he fresh? He is, and it's going to be a line out to second base. 1 out. Schilling struggled in the first couple innings with men on base, has settled down. Denny Doyle, he is singled and walked. 4-5-6. Is he patient? He is not, and he will fly out to center field. 2 down. And we are going to go to the team chemistry chart for Anderson. A 1-5 is a pitching team harmony. They are. And the outfielder makes a looping makes a dive on the looping liner and makes the catch. And that was Greg Jeffries in left field making that play. And that ends the inning. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The score remains 9-0. Ruthven is still in there. He'll be facing the 7-8-9 batter. Lewis is 0 for 2 with a walk. He scored a run. 1-2-4. Is he a controlled pitcher? He is not. Is Lewis eager? He is not, and that is going to be a leadoff walk here in the seventh. So his second walk of the day. That is going to bring up Relaford, who is on base all three times. He singled, walked, and reached on an error by the first baseman. A 1-5-6. Is Relaford a whiffer? He is not. We're going to go to the outfield drama chart. 4-6. Is he left fielder iron? He is semi-iron. Didn't get the decided eye, so it's going to be a grab of the hooking line drive by Lazinski. 2 down. No, 1 down. 1 down, and we are going to the team chemistry chart for Arias, who is 1 for 3. A 5-6. The team can is the pitching team dissonant. They are not, and that is going to be a strikeout. 2 down. And we will go to the baseball now chart for Glanville, who is 2 for 4. He's got a home run. And it is a 3-5. Is he a hot batter? Well, he singled his last at bat, so it is. He fouls off the first pitch, and then finds when he likes, and he's a base hit to right field. And Lewis is going to make it over to third base. So Glanville, who's the hot batter, gets his third hit of the game. And with 2 outs, runners on first and third, brings up Jeffries, who is 2 for 4. And that is a 1-4-5. He's not a struggler. And that will be a ground out to third base to end the inning. And at the end of 7, the score remains 9-0, 98 Phillies. Okay, go to the top of the 8th. Schilling out there. He is now semi-fresh. It's a 1-6-6. Is the batter a whiffer? Boa is not considered a whiffer. He grounds out to third base. 1 out. And we go to the player experience chart for Unser, who came in the game as a designated hot batter, and he's 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. 6-6. Is he a hot batter? He is not. And he's going to hit a drive to deep center field. We're going to go to the fence chart. And let's see what happens. That is Unser. He is a semi-slugger, so let's see. He got the decided eye, so he will be a slugger, and that is going to be a double. Unser, with 1 out, is on second base with a double. It's only the 5th hit off of Schilling. And he is going to face Mike Schmidt, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Those 2 outs were strikeout. And that's a 1-2-2. Is he a workman? Schilling is not. Champ or whiffer for Schmidt? He is a whiffer, and that is going to be a little nubber up the third baseline. And Roland is not going to be able to make a play, and that is going to be an infield single. Schmidt with the infield single. Runners on first and third as Unser makes it over to third base. And with 1 out, Lazinski, the bull, 0 for 3. 5-6-6. He is not wild. Does Lazinski have a good eye? He does not. And Schilling comes up with a strikeout, the second one for Lazinski. And just like that, 2 outs. And we go to the baseball now chart for Hutton, who is 1 for 3. 5-6. Is he a hot pitcher? He is, and he's going to get a ground out to short to end the inning. And that is going to make this head to the bottom of the eighth with the score 9-0. And Ruthven is still out there to mop up. He's doing mop up duty here. Say the bullpen, although the bullpen is not really that good. Got rolling up 1 for 4 with a 2-run homer. 2-2-4 is rolling a slugger. He is a slugger. He is going to double to left field. Scott Rowland, his second hit of the game. 13th hit for the 98 Phillies. And we go to the cleanup batter, Mike Lieberthal, who is 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. A 1-5-6. Is he a whiffer? He is not. We have outfield drama. 3-4. There's a left fielder iron. Lazinski is semi-iron, but he did not get the decided eye. So it's going to be an easy fly ball for Lazinski. 1 out. They'll bring up Brogner, who is 0 for 3. He did walk back in the 5th inning and scored a run. 1-1-5. Is he fresh? He's semi-fresh. Decided eye says yes. It's going to be a pop-up second base. 2 outs. And that will bring up Abreu, who is 2 for 4. He's got a 2-run homer. And it's a 2-2-3. Is he wild? Semi-wild. Didn't get the decided eye. So is Abreu a slugger or utility? He's a semi-slugger. Didn't get the decided eye. He is going to single to left field for a base hit. Scott Rowland is going to score on that with 2 outs. It's going to make the score now 10-0. 2 outs, and that will bring up Lewis, who is 0 for 2, but he's walked twice. That's a 3-5-6. Ruthven is a right-hander. Lewis is a right-handed batter, so that will be a strikeout. It's going to end the inning. 1 run in, and at the end of 8, it is 10-0, 98 Phillies. Kurt Schilling heads out for the 9th inning. He's given up 6 hits. He's got a shutout going. He's semi-fresh at this point. A 2-3-3. Is he an ace or star? He's a semi-star. Didn't get the decided eye. Is Montanez a slugger? He is not, and he will fly out to center field. 1 out. That brings up Bob Boone, who's over 3. 2-2-5. Is he a star pitcher? He's semi-star. This time he got the decided eye. It's going to be a ground out to short. 2 down. And they're down to their last out. Doyle is 1 for 2 with a walk. A 1-3-6. Is he an ace pitcher? No. Is he a whiffer or cold? Doyle is neither one of those. We have infield drama. And it's a 1-3. It's a third baseman iron. No, Roland is gold. And that is going to be a routine grounder to Roland to end the ball game. And that is going to do it. The final score. The 1998 Phillies win 10-0. Shutout for Schilling. Big fifth inning where they scored 7 runs to blow open a close game. It was 2-0 at that point, and just outstanding hitting performance. They had 14 hits. They had 3 home runs. Let's see. They had 7 extra base hits, 4 doubles, and 3 home runs. So quite a game for the '98 Phillies as they flex their muscles and take Game 1 series by a score of 10-0. Game 2 will be tomorrow night as they will look to try and sweep and advance to the next round. The pitchers scheduled for tomorrow night will be Twitchell for the '73 Phillies, 13-9 with a 2.50 earned run average. And on the mound for the '98 Phillies will be Mark Portugal, who was 10-5 with a 4.44 earned run average. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button if you're not a subscriber. And we are going to be back tomorrow for Game 2. Once again, from Veteran Stadium, the final, the '98 Phillies 10, the '73 Phillies nothing. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.